Hey up everyone, welcome back to the channel. We've had to have the camera off all morning just because the scaffold had the radio on all behind us for ages. So this morning, start carrying on with this second lift. Turn you round. We've got a few on this little pillar here, and we've got a few on this one here. I'm going to rack this corner back up to the height of joist, and then we're going to move around and do the final section of brickwork. I've pulled all my lintels up. We've got all the stones up here. Check. There's the stones. Just put them on some insulation, save them getting chipped up. One's already been through the walls already, but that's down on the deck. We're just trying to get what we can get. And then once we've got all the brickwork up to lintel height, we'll start filling them in, and then we're going to do all the internals very last, but we're going to get all these fronts done very first. So if the scaff wants to jump up, then they can, regardless. Yep. Right, we're doing these projecting corners, the coins. Get down in so I can show. So what we've got here is, this is the building line, which is 15mm back from the projection. So what we want to do to get this marked onto these corbel attachments for this, come and have a look on top of here. You put your tape measure, put it on normal on one, right? You put your tape measure in there against that. That's where you watch it goes. I got 15mm there onto my corbel. So instead of measuring it every time, just put a little pencil line across the two. Can you see that pencil line? Yeah? Put a pencil line across the two, and then every time you release it, that'll be your projection, and then you put that back to your pencil line, and there you go. It's as easy as that, and you can rub this off at the end of the day and set it to whatever you want. But you do that on every time going up. You're running your building line first, and then you do your projections after, and it makes things a hell of a lot easier. So that's what the corbel plates are for, stuff like that. I'm going to show you the exact time it takes now to do these coin corners on this. So this is it. This is just where the coins overlap. If you have a look, there's 3 on there now. So you change it round, swap it over. This is a brick and a half in here. Jack's managed to find us some pre-cut ours, which is always nice. It might be for the dentals, but we're using them down here because there's that many of them. See, I was putting my trowel behind the brick there to stop it from pushing out, just automatic. Now that step out comes out a brick and a half on that one. And we'll go over this side. Okay. We have got some bigger perps here just because we've had to open up for the coin. But it is what it is. Right, now I can slip this back, get to the projection. I'll slip the other side back to get to that one as well. That's it. Best one then. A bit of a mess without, but so we've got that into there now. The best way of keeping this plumb here is just square the front of your brick. There's that section. And I've got 3 different size levels here for doing this side, because this is all freehand. So I'm going to pull that across to there. I know this is plumb. Now this will overlap. Just stay in one spot. You don't need to mark it.
It's very glary.
Glary.
Yeah, the sun. It's very glary.
Just tilt it further down then. That's it. Just because I'm talking too much, concentrating on what I'm doing. Right, change it over. That now goes in there like that. This section I'm having to do freehand because it's an internal corner. Okay. Right. You can see how many times I've got to use my level on this one little bit. Get it to there. Right, now it's 3 levels. They're all very different size bricks, these are as well. That way. In there. Let's arrange them. I've got this one. That's there for a reason. I've got that one. There. A lot of messing about around this side, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, glad you're on that side, I'm not, aren't you?
I'm all glad.
That one's just weird. Nothing there. Back on the 2 foot. Delicately. Back on the 4 foot. I could put a profile up this edge, but it just gets in the way of laying the brick. And 2 more plumbing points in there, and then just straighten that up. Okay, so that's what I have to do every time on this little bit, just because of these coins, or else that would have just been a line round on the inside. How long does that take? But that's the way to do it freehand. It's just very long these are, so zoom you out. That's what we got. Second lift ready for up to joist. Same around this corner. Built that off. Lentils. First you want to do, measure your lentil. So that's 1645, 1650, 150 there in here, 150. Stick your tape in the insulation. And then you're going to go 1650, which is past this brick. So I know, in actual fact, what I can do is, I can go right to that brick. It's bigger than a 150 bearing. So we'll go there, like that. And cut it from the back. Obviously you can do this with a handsaw. But I'm just doing it with this because it's quicker. And then I can measure off that side now, 1650. Stick it in the insulation. So that goes 1650. Plenty of bearing there. And you know it's going to be a nice flush cut with your lintel. There we go. And then I'll show you. That lintel should just fly in and be nice and snug with that insulation. Look at that now. Just to zoom in on that. Look at that. There you go. So that's ready for bedding. Perfect fit. All sorted. I'll do that for all these round here now, just while we wait for the mortar. And when the mortar comes, we can bed these on, get some damps on and get the stones on. We'll show you how to do that as well. I've sped this up to 5 times the speed. Well, it doesn't look like 5 times the speed, but it is. I'm spreading mortar on each end of under the lintel to bed it on the full length of the bearing, so as it levels up and so it adheres to the wall. Then I've measured back 20mm either side from the face, push the lintel back to that. I'm putting mortar spread all the way across the lintel so as it adheres the tray damp to it. When I'm cutting the damp, I always measure the opening and then add on 4 inches. So whatever it is, say it's 36-inch opening or 74-inch opening, whatever it is in inches, I add 4 inches on. And that gives me the perfect upstand either side of my bricks, 75mm. I don't know why it does, but it does. Then the bed that's in there, sit the stone on. This one wants to rock forward a little bit, so I'm just going to jam in a cavity insulation clip in the front to stop it from rocking. See me do that now. And on the next little bit, I'll put a couple of insulation clips in the mortar ready to take the stone. There you go, you see me just bang them in now. Put a perp up the inside of the block and a weep hole. Then just butt up the stone straight up to that one. No lines on the wall yet. You're just going to get these set steady so they know they're not rocking forward and backwards. Then you put your line on 3 courses up. So the 2-2-5 stones or 2-1-5 stones, whatever you want to say. Hardly any adjustment required really. They were pretty vertical plumb and they were ready to go. So time to fill in the halves either end. There's a weep hole to go up against the head and at the end of the tray. Somebody asked me about this, why I did that, and that's what they're after. And then it's just simply straightforward build, piece in your ends and build over the top. We'll have a clamp. I'm just clamping these down at the minute. Brick them in and jobs are good. And the only reason that I can't play you the volume in this track is we had brickies, or no, I think it was scaffolders right across from us, opposite. They had the music blaring. I did this was a long form video, but then I realised there was music in the background, so I've had to do a bit of a voiceover for you. I know it's not ideal, but just bear with it. And then the course over the top just grabs it, and then I'll pull them clips out from underneath the stones later on today, ready for jointing, and they were absolutely fine. No mither. I'll just let this run out and then you'll be straight into the next clip. You might think to yourself, why haven't I propped it? Well, the reason is there's hardly any flex in these lintels, so sorry, in them, there's hardly any flex in them stones, so not much need to prop. Right, that's us. I'll walk you around what we've done this morning. Stones over this. It's nice and set with a course over the top as well. This has got damage to it already, look. But we've put it in anyway because we needed it. This section. And these two sections, soldiers and soldiers. But we've been round and put the inner skin round on there where you can see. The only thing left to do is the two little spirals and the hallway, and then it's ready. So about 20 block put in and about 80 brick. 20 block, 80 brick and a few lintels. Jobs are good. If you've enjoyed this video, see you in the next one. Keep it nice and easy. Subscribe, like and share, whatever. It's easy. It's Friday. I'm off.